How's it going, folks? So in the last video when I was in the bikini bar, just as I was about to leave, I got a tap on the shoulder. A guy says, "Hey, good Farang, I love your videos. I want to buy you a beer." I says, "Yeah, okay, no problem." So we're sitting there and we're having a beer, and he's telling me how he really loves the channel. He can really relate to all the videos and stuff like that. And he started asking me about Isan, the videos from rural Thailand. He was asking me, did I ever have any intentions of going up there and living there full time? And I was saying to him that, well, like it's a very big step. It's a place that needs some getting used to just like drop everything and go up there. Like it's a massive step, you know. It's a place where you really need to, like, you know, kind of get a feel of before you like jump head first right into it. And he said to me, yeah, I was thinking that myself. He was telling me that he almost last year moved up country to a village in North Thailand because of a Thai girl that he met. And with that, he proceeded to tell me his story. Okay, so he was a Canadian chap, a little bit younger than me. I say he was early 30s, but he'd been travelling around a long time, and he works in construction. And through his many skills as a construction worker, he has now got residency in Australia. And what he does is he does a couple of contracts in Oz for a few months, and then heads on over to Thailand and chills out for a few months then. Happy days. But he was telling me that last year when he was in Thailand, he was here for a few months, and he was based in the Chaweng area. He says he's not fond of the lady bars too much. It's not really his thing, but he still walks around and has a look, you know. But he was walking past one establishment, and there was a tasty little chicken who was working there who caught his eye, and he decided to go in and have a drink. He said like he just like went in, he was talking to her, and he made it a regular thing where he stopped by and like he'd have a drink with her and stuff like that. But like he never barfine her or anything like that. He just wanted to get to know her, and through getting to know her, like, you know, she told him that like she's divorced. She's got 2 young kids. What were they, like 4? A girl 4 and a boy 6 or something like that. Only toddlers. And she was only in her mid-20s as well. And he said she was gorgeous, absolutely beautiful. And I asked him, have you got any photos on your phone there, have you? And he says, yeah, I do actually. And he showed me, and he was not lying. She was an absolute stunner. Do you know who she reminded me of? She looked exactly like Andrea Kaur. That's who she looked like, Andrea Kaur, except she was Thai. She had a bit darker skin. And you want to see the style of her, the lovely dresses she was wearing and all. They're real classy and sleek. If there wasn't a pool table in the background, there's no way you'd ever believe she was a bar girl, you know. But yeah, he'd stop by there every now and again and chat with her. He had a thing for her, but like he was too shy to barfine her. But about a month left into his stay, he thought, what the hell, he was going to live a little, he was going to like treat himself, he was going to go to her bar and take her out of the bar and have a good time together. That was his plan, and that they did. And he said the next day he paid her well and everything, and it really lived up to his expectations. He had a fantastic night with her and all, like. And he said he was definitely going to go see her again and stuff like that. And he did. And he went again. And again. And again. And again. She, whoom, had him zapped. Under her spell, he was. Under her spell. But he was going to the bar, and it was like he was buying her loads of drinks. He was ringing the bell and everything. And it was getting to the point now where, like, in the daytime and all, like, they'd be texting each other and stuff like that. And she was telling him that, like, she actually liked him and all. She thought he had a good heart and stuff like that. Well, he knew, like, he said he was paying her well all the time. Like, he understood her situation. he knows that like she's there to make money, and like she's got family that he's taking care of, and he had a few quid in his pocket and he was happy to help. So he was happy, she was happy, you know. Who's anyone to like, you know, say anything bad about that? But it was coming towards the time when he had to go home, and his thing is kayaking. He loves the kayaking. He had his own kayak that he bought here in Koh Samui, an expensive one, and during the daytime he goes all around the bay, just taking in the sights and all on his kayak. And he made an arrangement with his Thai lady that he was definitely coming back. Like, he told her his situation, that like he only goes off for a few months and then he'll be back in Thailand. I think he told her he'd be back in about 5 or 6 months, and she said she'd look after his kayak and some of his clothes as well. And then the day before he went, he had a little gift for her. He was telling me that what he does the same as me. He brings as much money as he can over with him in cash on his person, and then he exchanges it in the bank and puts it into his Thai bank account, and he tries not to spend it all. He tries, you know, he likes to have some still there for when he gets back a few months later, when he brings more of his Australian currency back with him again. And he said at the end of his stay he had about 80,000 baht left in his Thai bank account. And as a parting gift, he was giving his lady 20,000 baht, because he said he had a wonderful time with her and he wanted to take care of her and help her. So when he was dropping off his kayak and his clothes and stuff like that, he gave her an envelope of 20,000 baht in it, and she was all over him, wrapped her arms around him, hugs and kisses and saying thank you. Oh, she couldn't believe her luck. So off he went. Back to Bangkok to get his plane back to Oz, and as soon as he got through his front door in Australia, he was straight on the phone to video call with his lady back in the bar in Koh Samui, straight on the phone. And as soon as he saw her face, he said he was pining for her. He was just wanted to be back there so much already. And she was delighted that he video called her. She couldn't believe it. She thought he was going to forget her and stuff like that. And so they were like video chatting for hours every day, for hours. Sometimes like before she'd go to bed, he'd be on the video chat with her, and they like spend about 2 hours or something like that video chatting. Yellow fever. He had yellow fever, and they're getting to know each other more and stuff like that. And it was like right in the middle of low season. She said it was very quiet in the bar. There was no customers. And he even said to her, if you need to go off with a customer, I don't mind. I understand your job and what you have to do. You don't need to lie to me. You can go with the customer. And she couldn't believe it. She goes, really, you don't mind? He goes, yeah, I don't mind. Listen, I know it's your job and you were doing it before we even met, so listen, I'm not going to stop you from making money. She thought it was like, it was a gift from God. She thought. So they're still doing video chatting all the time. Sometimes like she'd be finished work and they'd be drinking together in the video chats. She'd be having a beer and she'd be like having a beer when the bar is closed, and they were just like missing each other so much. She was never asking for money, he said, never asking for money, but she was certainly letting it be known that she didn't have money. She was saying how like, it's so quiet and there's no customers, and she has to send money up to for her kids to like get birthday presents and stuff, and give money to her mom for taking care of them and all. And she was just like she had the weight of the world on her shoulders and all. And then like one weekend, he was off work, he was feeling a bit generous, and he thought, what the hell. He just transferred some money from his bank account in Thailand over to hers, like 15,000 baht. He passed over. See, that's the beauty of like your Thai bank account. Like, you just doesn't cost that in the transfer, you know. So he thought, what the hell, you know. He doesn't have to go through any Western Union or anything like that. Just send it over. And he did, and she was delighted. Over the moon she was, over the moon. And they carried on again, and the video calls, and it was the same thing, you know. He was missing her, he just wanted to go back there, and she'd be like, oh, real sad, talking about like how hard her life is and everything. And she was always going on about an ex-boyfriend, a foreign boyfriend that she had, and how he broke her heart, how like she didn't have to work in the bar because she was able to go back home to her family, and he was sending her money every month, and she had a job there as well to keep her busy. But then it turned out that like she found out that the guy got a girlfriend in his own country, and he didn't think it was a good idea to be sponsoring a Thai girl on the other side of the world all of a sudden. So she had to go back to the bar with her tail between her legs. She thought everyone was laughing at her. She just felt really embarrassed. She lost loads of face. And she kept going on saying to him like, are you going to do the same? Are you going to break my heart and everything? He was there saying, no, I won't. And then like a few more weeks passed. He was feeling generous again. And he thought, oh, what the hell, I'll send her some more money. He sent her another 15,000 baht. And she was over the moon, delighted for getting the money. And there was a couple of nights where they weren't video calling. She'd just say, oh, I have to go to bed, I'm so tired now, it was busy tonight and all, see you tomorrow. And then she stopped texting. Like, he was like suspicious that she was going off with a customer. And he knew well, because like usually like, in the morning time or whatever like that, she'd send him a message, but there was no message. She didn't like get back to him until like afternoon, so it was obvious she spent the whole morning in bed with some other guy. And he confronted her about it. He said, here, listen, if you're with a customer, you don't have to lie about it to me. She was like saying, oh, okay, I did. I went with a customer, I'm sorry. And he was saying to her, like, you don't have to be sorry. And then she started crying, saying, oh, he only gave you 1,000 baht and everything. And he said, here, listen, it's okay, don't worry about it. And then like he was, you know, always hearing about how bad her life was. And he just turned around to her and he said, what do you want to do with your life? What is it you want to do? Tell me. And she said that her plan was to save enough money so that she could move back home to her mom's house and stay with her mom and her 2 children, and set up a business in the village where she's from, maybe in the local market, having her own stall or something like that. And he asked her how much would it cost to set that up, and she said 100,000 baht, maybe 150,000 baht. So Mr. Lover boy as he is, straight off the cuff, just said to her, listen, when I come back in a few months, I'll help you start that business up. I'll finance that for you. Like 100,000, 150,000 baht to him wasn't really a lot. He was earning top dollars doing construction in Oz, you know, good money over there. And she couldn't believe it. She goes, really, would you do that for me? He's there saying, yeah, of course, yeah, why not? Because like, you had to get her out of the bar. What else was he going to do when he goes back to Thailand? She has to work there, and then he's in Koh Samui. Every time he wants to go somewhere with her, he has to pay a bar fine. Or what if like he doesn't want to pay the bar fine, she has to go to work, and some guy can just come along and take her for the night. His head would be wrecked. He knew full well, like, you know, the only way the relationship was going to work was if he got her away from the bar, you know.